Okay, picture this. The smell of burgers grilling, that smoky scent in the air.
Mm, classic summer afternoon sound.
Exactly. Laughter, maybe some music playing. It's that whole family barbecue vibe, right?
Absolutely. But it's funny how even something so simple, so everyday, is packed with its own language and little cultural bits.
Totally. And that's what we're diving into today. We've got this transcript snippet from a YouTube video.
Right. It's called Learn English with Native Speakers, English Podcast, Episode 12, from the Podcast Speak English channel.
And in it, there are these two speakers, Marco and Catherine, basically just chatting about planning a family barbecue. They even go over some of the words they use.
Yeah, so think of this as a quick way to get comfortable with everyday English for food, for parties, specifically, barbecues.
So whether you're actively trying to learn English vocabulary, or maybe you're just interested in how language and culture mix.
This should give you some pretty useful insights, and pretty fast, too.
Our mission, then, is to unpack the key words and the sort of cultural stuff around a family barbecue, using their conversation as a guide. Make it easy to get.
Sounds good. So, okay, first things first. What is a barbecue, according to them? I mean, beyond just, cooking outside.
Well, they really stress the setting. It's outdoors, almost always, and definitely linked to warm weather, sunshine.
A relaxed feel.
Yeah, totally. And it's about bringing people together, usually family. Food cooked outside is obviously key. They mentioned games, drinks too.
And linguistically, barbecue is interesting, right? It's the event, and it's the verb. To barbecue means cooking something, usually meat, over that direct heat, fire, hot coals,
Right, that grilling method. It's not like baking an oven roast or something.
Exactly. That's kind of the defining thing.
And it's definitely social. Could be a special occasion or just like a casual dinner. Catherine mentions potlucks too.
Oh yeah, where guests bring dishes.
Right, which kind of speaks to that community feel, doesn't it? Everyone chipping in.
Yeah, sharing the load. Okay, so they're planning. Food prep must come up first. Let's talk marinade.
Yes, they say the steaks and chicken are already marinated. So to marinate is what? Soaking the food?
Pretty much. Soaking meat, usually in a mix of spices, liquids. They mention lemon juice herbs before you cook it.
It's all about flavor, right?
Yeah.
And maybe making it more tender.
Exactly. And the food itself, once it's been soaked, is marinated. That's the adjective.
And Catherine makes that connection to Indian cooking using yogurt and marinades, letting it sit for ages sometimes.
Really lets the flavor sink in. Shows it's a technique used lots of places.
For sure. Okay, next up, hamburger buns. Very specific.
Ah, yeah, the unsung heroes. So a bun here is that specific kind of bread roll.
And the hamburger bun is the round one, split in the middle for the patty.
Right. And then you've got hot dog buns.
Which are long folded for the hot dog. Why so specific, you think? Just the shape?
Probably, yeah. It reflects what goes inside and how you hold it, I guess. Language gets specific about everyday things that matter culturally.
Makes sense. You don't put a burger in a hot dog bun, usually.
Not usually, no. Then they talk quantities. A couple dozen hot dogs. What's a dozen?
12. Always 12. A dozen eggs. 12 eggs.
Right, and half a dozen is 6. So a couple dozen.
Like 2 dozen, give or take. Around 24, 25 maybe.
So yeah, they're expecting a fair few people.
Sounds like it. And the last food word initially is kebabs.
Ah, yes. Meat. Sometimes veggies too, threaded onto sticks. Skewers.
And then grilled. Catherine mentions they're big in the Middle East.
Very common, yeah. It's a great way to grill smaller chunks of food. Get a nice mix on one stick.
Okay, food prep seems covered. Marinated meat, buns, lots of hot dogs, kebabs.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good. Now, setting the scene outside. Lawn furniture.
Right. Furniture for the lawn, the garden, stuff made of plastic, metal, maybe stone. Things that can handle being outside.
Unlike your nice indoor sofa.
Exactly. Tables, chairs for eating, or just relaxing out there.
Got it. And the cooking happens on the grill?
The grill, yeah. That's the actual appliance. You grill food on the grill.
So the noun and the verb.
It uses gas or propane or charcoal, usually, for cooking meat and veg outside. Sometimes people just call the whole thing a barbecue, too, but a grill is more the equipment.
Okay. And they mentioned setting up a tent. Not for camping, though.
No, not here. It's more like a canopy, a temporary cloth thing on poles for shade.
Protection from the sun. Or maybe a light shower.
Exactly. Just a bit of cover in the yard.
Okay, seats, cooking gear, shade. What about the practical bits? Catherine asks Grace to bring cups and servettes. Cups are easy, but servettes.
Yeah, servettes is more British English. It just means napkins.
Oh, right. Paper ones, usually, for wiping your hands and mouth.
Catherine even notes it sounds a bit French.
Interesting. So serviettes equals napkins. Good one to know. And crucially, keeping drinks cold. Grace needs to bring 2 big coolers for the beers.
Right, the cooler. That insulated box, usually plastic. You put ice in it to keep drinks, maybe some food, cold.
Portable, no electricity needed, perfect for outside.
Yep. They mentioned beer, Coke, Sprite, typical barbecue drinks you'd find chilling in there. And they can keep stuff warm too, actually.
Oh yeah, insulation works both ways.
And asking Grace to bring them, it kind of shows that collaborative thing again, doesn't it? People helping out.
Definitely, it's very social. Which leads us to why people seem to love barbecue so much.
Well, Marco and Catherine say they just enjoy eating outdoors, relaxing. It feels informal, easygoing.
Yeah, I get that. There's something nice about being outside in the fresh air, isn't there? Makes everything feel a bit more chill.
I think so. Less formal than sitting around a dining table inside. And they mentioned the social side too, just hanging out with family and friends, maybe having a few drinks.
Connecting.
Yeah, exactly.
And they link it to seasons and holidays.
Yeah.
Summer, definitely. And July 4th in the U.S., big barbecue time.
Huge. It's almost mandatory, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Is it just the weather? Or is there something, like, symbolic about grilling on Independence Day?
Good question. Probably a mix. Summer means outdoors, and maybe the holiday vibe, freedom, togetherness fits well with a casual communal meal like a barbecue.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And Catherine brings up Chile's Independence Day, September 18th. Same thing there, apparently.
Yeah, she says the smell of barbecuing is everywhere around that time. It really shows how universal this kind of gathering is, embedded in celebrations.
It really does. Different places, different dates, maybe slightly different foods. But that core idea of cooking outside and sharing with loved ones seems widespread.
Which brings us to you, listening. Chances are you've got similar traditions, right? Outdoor meals, family gatherings with food.
We'd love for you to think about that. What are those events like in your culture?
Yeah, what are the must-have foods? Are there special customs? And what do they, mean?
Okay, let's wrap this up. We've covered a fair bit of ground, from the event to the vocabulary.
We talked about what a barbecue is, the event, the cooking method. We hit marinade, those hamburger buns versus hot dog buns, what a couple dozen means, and kebabs.
We also pictured the scene with lawn furniture, the all-important grill, using a tent for shade, cleared up serviettes being napkins,
Mostly British English.
and how the cooler works. And we talked about why the social connection, family time, holidays.
So the big takeaway, getting a handle on these everyday words and customs really helps with understanding English conversations, sure, but it also gives you a window into social life, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes the language feel more alive, more connected to real people doing real things.
It's efficient insight, really, more than just words.
Definitely. So here's a final thought to chew on. How do those food-focused gatherings in your culture show what's important? What values or traditions do they reflect?
Are there specific foods or ways of doing things that are absolutely essential? And what deeper meaning might they carry? It's fascinating how sharing a meal can say so much.
It really is. Keep pondering that.
Indeed. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.
Yep, thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring.